We wanted to know what your thoughts are on the rumored Trump indictment, and if you have any role in it. If charges are brought on him, will you have any role in extradition to New York?
So I've seen rumors swirl. I have not seen any facts yet, and so I don't know what's going to happen. But I do know this: the Manhattan District Attorney is a Soros-funded prosecutor, and so he, like other Soros-funded prosecutors, they weaponize their office to impose a political agenda on society at the expense of the rule of law and public safety. He has downgraded over 50% of the felonies to misdemeanors. He says he doesn't want to even have jail time for the vast, vast majority of crimes. And what we've seen in Manhattan is we've seen the crime rate go up, and we've seen citizens become less safe. And so you're talking about this situation with, and look, I don't know what goes into paying hush money to a porn star to secure silence over some type of alleged affair. I can't speak to that.
Damn!
But what I can speak to is that if you have a prosecutor who is ignoring crimes happening every single day in his jurisdiction, and he chooses to go back many, many years ago to try to use something about porn star hush money payments, that's an example of pursuing a political agenda and weaponizing the office. And I think that that's fundamentally wrong.
As you saw, Ron DeSantis absolutely roast Trump over his alleged hush money paid to adult film actress Stormy Daniels, claiming that he would not know anything about that subject before essentially roasting the New York DA over their bias and obvious corruption over what they're doing to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has not officially been indicted in New York as of 5 p.m. on Tuesday, although we have been seeing New York preparing with barricades and extra police officers in case the indictment does come either today or sometime later this week.
As law enforcement in New York City is preparing for the possibility that former President Trump could be indicted in the coming hours or days. We know that Trump took to Truth Social over the weekend to say that he expected to be arrested today. So at this point, it's too early to tell because we really don't even know if that indictment is going to happen. We just know that Trump did say on Truth Social that he was expecting, based on some inside information, to be arrested today. But in a situation like this, are there normally protests that break out in areas like New York City?
Well, there might be, right? So it's...
Donald Trump obviously does reside in Mar-a-Lago, Florida, so it is going to kind of be up to Ron DeSantis to potentially have to extradite Donald Trump if he is indicted. Ron DeSantis really didn't come out with a clear and concise answer of what he would do in that situation, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty safe to say that he's not going to go out of his way too much to help anyone in this witch hunt against Donald Trump. I did see that a lot of people were hating on Ron DeSantis, especially conservatives, over roasting Donald Trump, but I really don't see the problem with it. It's obvious at this point that those two are not going to run on the same ticket in 2024, so I don't really see a huge problem with Ron DeSantis poking a little fun at Donald Trump, because in the end, those two are the far and ahead candidates for the Republican Party, and at this point, I would say it's pretty much a lock for Donald Trump to get the 2024 nomination, but Ron DeSantis is definitely going to be one of those candidates in the 2028 and 2032 campaign cycles. Ron DeSantis was going to have to address the Donald Trump situation eventually, and I thought overall he handled it pretty well, turning around most of the blame on the woke DA in New York, who are obviously still on the witch hunt for Donald Trump, and how it's just another classic example of we're going to get him next time. I really don't see Ron DeSantis having too much of a chance in the 2024 election against Donald Trump for the Republican nominee. And I'll be honest, if Donald Trump gets arrested, I think that Ron DeSantis is going to be nowhere close anymore. That will skyrocket to Donald Trump to newfound levels of fame that we didn't even know existed. But we're just gonna have to see how this plays out with Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump's potential indictment and arrest. If he does happen to be arrested, I'll make sure to bring you guys a video and keep you guys updated. But other than that, that's gonna be it for today.